Jerry, Andy, Santor, Mill Creek Golf Course. Thanks for coming this morning. Going to take a look at a split screen comparison of two of your golf swings taken here today. Both were taken down the line. The video on the right is before. You could see when you still had your sweater on. You could see, I'm going to draw a line on the back of your pelvis here to the ground. Going to draw a line on your upper body. Going to draw a line from the back of your pelvis here to the ground. Okay, going to draw a line on your upper body. So you can see just by the angles a little bit. The video on the left, you got a little bit. You've got more what's called forward flexion. You got your posture. In the end, your posture is much better. Your pelvis is back or posterior to your sternum a little bit. You can see in the video on the right that your pelvis is sitting underneath your chest or your sternum too much. Because of that, you're going to kind of get jammed up in your swing, and you're not going to make a very good turn. I'm going to take these lines out of here. We're going to look at the video on our right first. Okay, going to draw a line up the shaft plane here. Going to go into our backswing. Pretty good backswing. Get to the top of your backswing there. I'm going to take a video on the left, compare the two. Okay, now you can see another difference. You can see the video on the left. Your left arm, your right arm, that kind of that triangle is more in line. You can see the video on the right, that club is crossed the line a little bit, which anytime the club crosses the line, there's going to be some rerouting that's going to need to take place. So just by changing your setup there, that you're in a much better position at the top of your backswing. Going to try to look at both swings here in unison as we go down. Okay, try to get this one to catch up. Okay, you can see we're coming over top of the shaft plane in both. The video on the left is a little bit better. In both instances, you're going to come over top of the shaft plane a little bit as you change direction. Now, some of those body preps and motor skills I gave you today are to help you get a little bit better hip rotation, which will get that downswing will go in sequence a little bit, so that should improve. Okay, okay, there we are, about waist height. You'll see here now in the video on the left, you'll see at impact, I went a little too far here. Okay, trying to get to right at impact. Okay, you can see, now I'm going to try to take these lines out of here. Okay, you can see the video on the left. Going to point two things out, which is showing you're rotating a little bit better. Okay, you can see what's called a two-cheek position. You can see more of your rear end cheeks here on the video on the left, and you'll see I'm going to draw a line right through your shoulders. Okay, that's 46%. Over here it's 37%, and your shoulders are turning on a better plane. Now, we talked about your shoulders leveling out a little bit too much, and you can kind of see here in the video on the right you're getting jammed up. The video on the left, you're turning through it a little bit better. In both cases, you lose your spine angle a little bit, but the video on the left, just by changing your setup there a little bit, really didn't do anything to your swing. And we'll go back to, okay, you could see In the video on the right, you're a little bit more flat-footed. The video on the left, you can see you're getting off your right side much better. So just by changing your setup there, getting a little bit better posture, trying to maintain our forward flexion a little bit better in our golf swing, that drastically helped your turn. You know, the more you can do that, the better. Like I mentioned, your left hip is tighter than your right, so if you can improve that pelvic rotation, that would help it that much more. Just by changing your setup there, you can see how that improved everything in your golf swing. So thanks again for coming, and we'll see you soon.